It's a beautiful day for remote learning, a beautiful day for a lesson. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a studently day in this beauty wood, a studently day for a lesson. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a student just like you. I've always wanted to teach in a classroom with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my student?
Hi everyone, welcome back to Miss Nichols' Neighborhood. It's me, your teacher, Miss Nichol, and I'm here with my best remote teacher helper, my sister Kaylee Nichol. Hi. Hi. Today's math lesson is all about measurement. We've learned many different types of measurement. We've learned about length, measuring side to side, across. We've learned about height, measuring from bottom to top, up and down. We've also learned about weight. Heavier weighs more and lighter weighs less. Today we're learning one last type of measurement. This type of measurement is called capacity. Oh, this is a big word, guys. It's exciting though. Capacity. Okay? Before I even jump into it, I just want us to have some practice saying it. Okay? I'm going to say capacity, and I want you to try your best to say capacity. Ready? Capacity. Capacity. Good, one more time. Capacity. 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 Very good. Capacity is the measurement of how much something holds. Capacity. How much something holds. Like here we have two different sized cups. Capacity is how much those cups hold. This cup, you see there's a lot of cubes in there. That holds more, has a good amount of capacity, can hold a good amount. Down here though, this smaller cup, does it hold very many cubes? No. No, it holds less, smaller capacity. So today's lesson is all about capacity, measurement of how much something holds. Okay? To describe capacity, we're going to be using some words like holds more. Ooh. This cup has more capacity. It holds more. It holds more cubes. It's a bigger cup. It holds more. Let's get really comfortable saying holds more. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to point to you to please say holds more. Ready? Holds more. Holds more. Good. Nice job, Kaylee. Holds more. This cup holds more. Okay, one more time. Holds more. Holds more. Great job. Holds more. Okay, another word we're going to use to describe capacity is holds less. Ooh. It holds less. The smaller cup holds less. It's not as big a cup, not as big a space. It holds less. So let's go ahead and get comfortable with saying holds less. Ready? I'm going to say holds less. Now I'm going to point to you to say holds less. Ready? Okay. Holds less. Holds less. Good. One more time. Holds less. Holds less. Good job. Holds less. Finally, you'll also use the word same. Maybe some objects are the same size. They'll have the same capacity or the same amount of space to hold things in it. Okay? Yes. So today, all about capacity. How much something holds. Holds more, bigger space. Holds less, not as much space to store. Or maybe same capacity. Okay? Let's go ahead, start warming up, getting used to measuring capacity. Ooh, I love that word. I love that we're learning it. Let's look at these 1, 2 cups. We need to compare them. I see this cup is bigger, meaning there's a bigger opening, more space to hold cubes in there. There's more cubes in here, meaning this cup holds more, has more capacity, more space to hold stuff. So, since it holds more, I'm going to circle this. Circle what holds more. Good. Then I look at this smaller baby cup. Does it have very much space to hold stuff?
No.
No, not as much capacity. Smaller opening, smaller cup, only a few blocks or cubes in there. That means the capacity is less. It holds less. Since it holds less, we're going to put an X on it. It holds less. Nice job. We're going to continue to do this with some practice problems. Circling objects that holds more, putting an X on objects that holds less, and underlining objects that have the same capacity. They can store the same amount. We'll be right back. Here we are with our next two problems. Our next problem, problem number 2, I see we have 2 Ziploc baggies there. I thought they might be a little hard to see, so I outlined them, okay? You see, we have 2 different shapes of bags. Since I see different shapes, smaller, larger, I guess the same shape, just different sizes, we need to find out which bag has more capacity, holds more, and which bag holds less, has less capacity. Okay? Make sure you're thinking about it, following along at home, double checking your answers, okay? Looking here, I see a smaller bag, I see a bigger bag. Kaylee, which bag do you think holds more? We're on this problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bigger bag holds more. The bigger bag has more space to put these cubes in there. So that means it has more capacity, holds more. Meaning we're going to circle that bag, has more capacity. Good. If that bag has more capacity, which bag has less capacity? Not as much space, holds less. Which one? Yeah, because that bag is smaller. It only has a few cubes it can fit in it. It holds less. So we're going to go ahead, put an X through that bag. Holds less. Nice. So, to figure out capacity, we had to look at the size of the spaces. Bigger bag, more space to hold these cubes. Means bigger capacity, holds more. This bag, smaller, not as much space, less capacity, holds less. Okay, let's look at the next problem on this page. I see we have 2 storage containers, like Tupperware.
Yeah.
Looking at them, they kind of look like the same thing. I even see that our book, our problem, is showing the same amount of things that can fit inside of them.
Ooh.
So do we have different objects here or the same object? I'll help you out. These are the same. Since they're the same, that means the capacity, how much they each hold, is the same. This Tupperware or storage holds this many cubes. This same storage has the same amount of capacity and holds the same number of blocks or cubes.
Ooh.
So do we have to find any holds more, holds less? No, they're the same thing, so they have the same capacity. They can hold the same amount of stuff or objects or things. Since it's the same thing, the same capacity, we're going to underline them. Draw a line underneath to say the same capacity.
Yeah.
Wow, just in these two problems, we've had to compare capacity, seeing how a bigger space holds more, seeing how a smaller space holds less. And we've even seen how the same objects, the same things, hold the same amount, the same capacity. So we'd underline it. Let's get ready. We're going to come back with a few more problems for practice.
Okay.
We're back with our next two problems. Let's look at problem 4. I see we have 1, 2 play sandbags that we need to compare the capacity. Thinking about which bag holds more sand, which bag holds less sand. Okay? To help us figure that out, I might look at the size of these bags. Okay? I see that this is a bigger bag, meaning more space for more sand. I see this is a smaller bag. It's not as tall, just like we learned about in our height lesson. Not as tall, not as much space to hold sand. So with this in mind, bigger, more space, smaller, less space, which bag holds more? Which one, Kaylee? Which one holds more sand? Yes, good job. The bigger bag happens to have more space, more capacity to hold more sand. It holds more. So we're going to go ahead and circle that bag of sand. Nice job. If that bag holds more, which bag holds less? Holds not as much sand. Which one? Yes, good job. Smaller bag, less space, less opening to hold sand, less capacity, holds less. We're going to go ahead and put an X on that sandbag. Nice job. Bigger bag, holding more sand, holds more. Smaller bag, not as much sand, holds less. Okay, let's keep up the good work. Keep checking, following along at home, okay? Let's look at our next problem. Problem number 5. Look very carefully. We can use what we've learned from our height and length lessons to see if these objects are the same or different. Okay? Looks like they're the same height. Might be the same length. Are these the same or different?
Okay.
They're the same, yes, the same object. It's the same bucket. Someone just bought 2 sand buckets. But since they're the same bucket, do you think they hold different amounts of stuff? Do they have different capacities? Or if they're the same object, do they have the same capacity? Can hold the same amount of sand? Which one? Different or same capacity?
I got.
Want some help?
Yeah.
Well, they're the same bucket. Okay? Same bucket, meaning they hold the same amount of sand. You could put the same amount of sand in this bucket as you could in this one. They're identical. They're the same. Okay?
Yeah.
Since they're the same, we don't have to worry about holds more, holds less. They're the same. They hold the same amount.
Okay.
So all we do is underline them to show they hold the same amount.
Okay.
Yeah. Same capacity, same bucket, holds the same amount. Yet again, we had problems where we had to find what holds more, holds less, and a case where it was the same amount, same capacity. Nice job. We're going to come back with one last problem with plenty of think time for you to try your best at solving the problem.
Okay.
We're back with our last problem for this lesson video. Let's go ahead and look very carefully at problem number 6. I see 1, 2 sandcastle buckets. Now, Even though they're the same color, they're both red. I don't want you to be tricked by that. Okay? Look at the height of these sand buckets. I think they're different heights. Right here. Oh, well, kind of. Different heights. These buckets look like different sizes. Since they're different sizes, we need to find out which one holds more and which one holds less. So make sure you think very carefully which bucket would hold more sand and which bucket would hold less sand. Okay? Think very carefully about it. We'll give you some think time. Okay, hopefully that was enough think time. If not, just go ahead and pause us. Okay, let's go ahead and double check your answer. Keep it in your head. Looking up here at the bucket, I see that this bucket is bigger. It has more height to it. It's bigger, which means since it's taller, has more height, it's going to be able to hold more sand. So which bucket holds more, Kaylee? Yeah, that bucket. We're going to go ahead and circle it. This bucket holds more. Since this is a smaller bucket, shorter, doesn't hold as much sand. So Kaylee, which bucket holds less sand? Yes, great job. Holds less. So we go ahead, put an X on that bucket. If that's the answer you were getting, yes, good job. Bigger vessel, bigger object can hold more. Smaller, less capacity, holds less. Okay? If you didn't quite get it that time, that's okay. Just look at the objects. Compare them very carefully. Think about all we learned about length and height to see which is bigger, which might hold more. Okay? This lesson was all about capacity, measurement of how much something holds. We talked about objects that hold more and hold less. We also talked about how the same identical object, even though there might be different colors, they hold the same amount. They're the same. Okay? Keep this in mind as you just continue to try your best on your learning packet and have a great rest of your remote learning day. Bye, guys.
Take care.